Welcome to Blynd Submyshynz, where DIY bands submit songs for us to listen to and react to blind. Every week, we'll bring a guest from the underground music, arts, or entertainment scene to help you soar through mountains of new music. We go in blind so you don't have to. Blynd Submyshynz.
Blynd Submyshynz!
You get a peek behind the scenes here.
You can even do the welcome part.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of
Blynd
Submyshynz. Do we have anyone else who wants to add anything?
I don't know.
We're starting off a little bit different.
It is
Today's
a little bit
guest
different.
is already online.
What?
Yes, indeed, everybody. Welcome Max Malmer from Cavern Deep for his second appearance.
Joining us all the way from the wonderful country of Sweden.
Umeå, Sweden, where it is not 80 degrees like it currently is in California. What's the weather like right now?
It's like 10 degrees below Celsius, so maybe 10 Fahrenheit, 20 Fahrenheit, something.
Jesus.
I
No.
would turn into a popsicle the second I walked outside.
Honestly.
Yeah, we had like 30 degrees below Fahrenheit at the worst.
And everyone doesn't just leave, huh?
No, for some reason. We all think about it, but we never do it.
You don't do it? Yeah.
No.
There must be something wonderful about Sweden.
Oh, I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
As we have discovered.
Yeah. Something in the water.
All of the best music comes from there.
When I love,
Yeah,
like,
no.
Max will message me and it's like, hey, look, I'm just looking at the Northern Lights right now. How often can you see the Northern Lights?
Oh, yeah, this winter has been great. It's like every night you walk outdoors, you can see it, and it's been very, like, some nights have been insane. Like, the whole sky has just been green and purple and stuff. And it's usually like here in central Umeå, we get a lot of light pollution, so you can't see it as well. But there's some nights that has just been spectacular anyway, so that's pretty cool.
I mean, I guess we have our equivalent, right? We get those crazy pink and purple sunsets because of the ocean, and yeah, we do get some wild skies.
There are no northern lights.
But no, I mean that's like.
But
Northern Lights are almost like magical. We think of them as magic down here. I would say.
we do get the bioluminescence in the water.
Yes.
In the ocean sometimes. It's almost like
Really?
ocean lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the water is glowing.
Yeah, there's little glowing creatures, little glowing microscopic creatures. You can go on like my wife and daughter went on a kayak tour at night. So you kayak around in Elkhorn Slough or like one of the bays right near the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can.
That's
And
cool.
when it washes up on the shore, if you step on it when the sand is still wet, it'll glow around your footprints. It's crazy.
Whoa.
It's really cool.
Wow, man.
Nature.
Pour out.
So hey, since you were on the first time, since Susie was on and we listened to you and then you were on, you have recorded a follow-up to the self-titled. Well, it's not self-titled, is it? Is it
Yeah,
self-titled?
it's self-titled.
It's self-titled.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. Yeah.
You recorded a second album and Susie guested and did some vocals on it.
Yeah.
what-
We did like a week in the studio in August. So and it's been taking a long time to mixing it, but I'm trying to be as thorough as I can, and probably just changing things that I can hear at this point. But
Yeah. I know
but,
how that feels.
It is basically done, and we're currently making like a PC game, a text-based adventure game for it.
That's crazy.
Which is gonna release with it, and we also want to release it like the vinyl and the record at the same time. So it's gonna take a while for it to release.
Yes, indeed.
So in 2 weeks we're gonna meet up in the studio and record maybe a couple of singles and cover of Philip Glass, Kojani Skatsi.
Oh wow.
Like
That's
a Cavern
ambitious.
Deep version. Yeah, well, it's we have the chanting down, so
Oh wow. What made you choose that?
Well, I was gonna record like this is gonna sound weird, but it was I recorded. I think it was a video of me sacrificing a cucumber to a friend, and I wanted to find like something really ominous to play in the background, and then I remembered Koyani Skatsi. It's like the most ominous song in history. So
Yeah.
So the idea just popped into my head like shit. We should make a cover of this. So and those songs are probably gonna release before. Like we're probably gonna release them as soon as possible.
Like just straight digital.
Yeah, with some like maybe lyric videos and stuff.
Sorry.
No, you first.
I thought you were done. No, I was just gonna say, is the new album? Does it have a title? Is there a working title, or is it just part 2?
I don't know if I should, but yes, part of the title.
You don't have to. It's okay.
Part of the title is part 2.
But it's the first one. The first one there was a theme, and does the theme continue on the second?
Yeah. So the
story.
Yeah. The archaeologist is sucked through the anus of a dark god in the end of the first album, and consumed and thrown into another world, and it's this world that this civilization in the cave comes from, and this world is completely in ruins, and he's reborn into it and has to find. Like he's tries to find his way home, but fails miserably. And the only one left in that world is like a specter of a old engineer who she has like transformed herself, like her mind, into like a machine mind or hive mind or something. So that's the role Susie plays on the.
Nice.
Oh, so she's the only other living creature in the anus world.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure I have that right.
An engineer.
Did you tell her that she was a spectral engineer in an anus world?
Yeah.
Was that part of the pitch?
I actually did. So
in those exact terms.
Yeah, I wrote like the email with the instructions for recording was like. It was long,
super detailed. Yeah.
Just so she could like get a sense for what she was recording. Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Well, should we hear a little bit of it?
Do you want to listen to it?
Yeah, and I kind of feel like you need to hear maybe like some of the beginning, and then some near the end when we have kind of the multiple voices all coming together.
Sure.
So So Max sent this to me a couple months ago, and I listened to it, and I was like, holy shit. What a cool, this intersection of people and ideas, and just out of our little podcast. Out of nowhere, it made me really happy, and I know there's more of these in progress.
Yeah.
Particularly featuring Susie, and I don't know what they are yet. She hasn't told me.
That's very cool.
Susie's a hot commodity.
Cool. Apparently so.
Yeah, she's just so fucking charming, and then she sings, and it's like such a great layer over this like harsh music.
Completely.
Yeah.
All right,
she's very good. So, and we should tell people like this is the world premiere snippet.
This is the first time anyone has ever heard it, and on Susie's end, at least, partially engineered by Billy Anderson. So I assume that was. Did you get to chat with Billy at all?
Yes, which I am very thankful for.
Yeah, that was probably pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
Awesome. All right,
let's do it.
So what's the song called?
Primordial Basin.
Cavern Deep, Primordial Basement, Anus World, Engineer Spectre, go.
Yes.
is that effect on? What that cool effect in the background that's coming through?
That's just an electric guitar played through Moog.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's a sub 37. It features quite heavily on the album in general.
Yeah, definitely some like heavy modulation on,
That was
on the
super
guitar.
cool. I couldn't tell if it was a voice.
No,
that was
there was a
distorted.
voice too, right? Does someone yell something a couple times in there? It sounded like.
No, it's just layers and layers of effects.
It sounds in the background.
So cool.
There were like 3 times where I thought someone was like, ah! like in the way in the distance hollering. All right. Sorry about that.
All right, sorry. Okay.
So good. Damn. So good.
Seriously.
And you guys have so much patience to let that sit and build up the way it does. I'd be like, oh, we got to get there faster. But it's like the tension that you build waiting for it to kick off is just like, it's so great.
Yeah, so that's sometimes something we do is like, if we think that a riff lacks something, sometimes we will just let's play it a bit slower and have it a bit turn down the volume in the beginning, and then we play it thrice as many times, and it just becomes amazing.
Yeah. I don't have that patience. Actually, so we had a practice this week, and Troy wasn't there. And whenever you can practice without the vocalist, it's a totally different experience, right? Because without him singing over everything, we hear so much more. And I was like, maybe let's like take a practice like this and talk about the things we should remove or slow down, or and not like what can we add. We're always trying to add complexity, but trying to take a page from some of my Swedish friends here.
Strip it down.
About what we're not going to be that.
Take it away.
Don't worry, we're not going to be that successful. Now, did you know that Susie's actually an engineer in real life?
Is she?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
She is. She's
cool.
Environmental, I think, right?
Well, she studied like energy, and so she's ran her own engineering company. She's a big brain too.
She is
on a big science brain.
That's very cool.
A big science
That's very
brain.
cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Interesting.
that's just funny that in real life and in the cavern world,
Yes.
in the anus of the beast,
In the anus of the beast. All right,
Exactly.
so let's scoot. I mean, I hate to even do it, but
I know.
let's.
You could do scoots forward to the solo, perhaps.
Yeah. So that blew me away. All right, with like some sweet, shreddy,
Where
really
is it?
well written too.
It's actually improvised. It's the first take.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's improvised, and that was the first take.
Yeah.
When does it start?
Jesus.
Good question.
If only we knew who engineered it.
Yeah. Well, let's try it here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably like a minute more. No, we're close.
Yeah. Okay. You hear the kick drum doubles up. All right, I'm going to call it here. You just heard the world's first epic Doom arena power ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be like Scorpions in 1979 at the end there. And tell me, so all I hear in that solo is Alex Lifeson. Is he a Rush fan?
Oh, we're all huge
Okay.
Rush fans. So that, like, in general, the thought with this album was to make it a little bit more progressive. Like, still have it be Cavern Deep, but like, what if like Rush made an Cavern Deep?
There we
album
go.
Is kind of the idea. So
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean the color, the note choices. There's a couple solos that if I had a better memory, I would pull up right now and play, and you would go,
Yeah.
oh my god, like someone
Yeah.
has just spent hours and hours of their life listening to this, playing along with it probably. But to rip that
Yeah.
off on a first take, improvised,
yeah,
holy shit.
Kenny is insane.
Yeah,
He-
clearly.
and
It's, yeah.
The highest note there is actually taken from like the 13th fret, so he actually bends the E string up like all the way, like all the fretboard,
Oh wow,
almost an octave.
that's
yeah.
crazy.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. That build at the end is just crazy.
Yeah, it's so
Once he
good.
starts, like you said, doubling up on that kick.
And then it doubles it again.
And yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
That is a good fucking song.
I'm excited to hear
So
the rest.
how long is it going to take to make the game and put this album out?
We'll
Well,
see.
how long is-
The game is probably not the problem, but the vinyl pressing.
Yeah,
is,
the pressing is the problem.
Yeah. So and we want it so like we'll know we have the record so when it releases. So then you'll have to wait. I suppose. So that's why we're making some more music in the meantime, and we're also gonna probably record a third album this summer as well. So so there's gonna be music enough.
Busy.
Might as well.
Yeah.
God, so how long has it been? I was gonna go back and look at when was the first time we talked to you.
Episode 27, March of 2021.
So look at that.
I did my
like
year.
Exactly a year
It's
ago.
almost exactly a year. Yeah.
Crazy.
Like I got like the Facebook memory update this Monday, I think. So,
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so it was basically exactly a year ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. So much has changed in the last year.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. What's the pandemic update in Sweden? How are you guys doing? What phase of life are we in?
Very well. Like here in Umeå, like I think like 99 point something % of the population is vaccinated.
Wow.
So we and Omicron, of course, is much lighter when you're vaccinated. So it's just not a problem at all anymore. I guess like the hospitals and stuff, they have some catching up to do because they've worked a lot with the pandemic and it's been really hard for them. So
Yeah, I'm sure.
they still have a tough time. But like in the rest of the society, like if some people will still wear a mask, you know, if they go out to a show and stuff. But otherwise, you don't even. It's like back to normal, basically.
That's good to hear.
It's crazy.
It's getting like that here too. They lifted countywide. I think we were the first county to shut down in all of the United States, and we were the last one to lift all restrictions.
Right.
Which of course bothers some people, but whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Have you worked on anything? I know you also record, but have you worked on anything else outside of Cavern Deep?
Yeah. So I have a band called Karmanjaka, which is like black metal for people who don't like black metal.
Hey.
There you go.
So it's like very. It's like quite heavy metal-ish, quite progressive in some parts, and a lot of folk music, like Swedish folk music influences as well. So we've released and recorded that did really well in the metal scene, even among black metal fans, which really surprised me. I thought they would absolutely hate it, but
Yeah. So
some of them did, but not all of them.
for our
So that's
listeners who are not fluent in Swedish, can you spell that?
Okay, so it's Karmanjaka. Karmanjaka.
We'll have to listen to. We'll listen to a little bit of that later too.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm too excited not to share already, because I got new gear.
Oh, you just want to jump right into the gear?
We're just gonna jump. Well, we know.
We could.
We already know his background and
Yeah.
everything. We've done that part already. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
bust it out because it's
So
very exciting.
Jeff's gonna show off his gear. Okay.
I am excited.
That's too funny. There was I saw this funny video the other day, and I need to get into my email. But it was for a band. I think they were Swedish. Besvarelsen.
Besvärjelsen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
they're really good.
Their entire video. The video for this song is just people trying to pronounce the name.
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
Are
it's they're really good as well. I really like that band. Yeah, Magnetic Eye Band, right?
Yes.
think so.
Yep. Yeah. Jad had reached out a couple weeks back, and I guess he's putting out their album in April or May, I think, or May or June.
Yeah,
actually.
sounds about right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say it again. How do you pronounce it again?
Besvärjelsen.
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 It's like the curse in Swedish.
Ah.
Oh, that's a good name.
Okay,
Jeff,
so
what do you
that's a
have?
new guitar.
Yes. Do we see this?
Yes.
It looks very similar to the one behind you.
No, that's a bass.
No?
Come on,
Well,
buddy.
no, I know that's a bass, but the if anybody is not watching,
It's
it is
wood.
a very similar style.
It's a neck
the
through.
wood.
It's a neck through. No, not a bolt-on neck.
Nice.
So
nice.
this
is it a 7 or 8 string?
This is a 30-inch scale 7-string baritone that is going to be converted into a bass 6 plus a low B. So I'm going to swap out these baritone strings. Like the biggest string here is like a 63, and that's going to be like a 110. So we're gonna go like 110 to 22, big old cables, and it will be a bass 7-string bass. Basically, I wanted an instrument where I could play,
Riffs.
I have the range of my 5-string bass, and then a full guitar on top of it as really a writing tool, so that I could think of things and then immediately translate them into bass. Because I still think of writing in terms of guitar, and then I'm always trying to figure out what to do with the 5th string. And so if I could convince Carl to start playing a 7-string, it seems unlikely, but it would be really great because then we would be matched up unless he's in a different tuning. But anyways,
right.
So now it's in baritone form. It already sounds really good. If you've never heard of them, there's a guitar company called Agile Guitars. They're made by Rondo in South Korea. This thing plays great. It's really nicely built, and I think the list price is $599.
Wow.
Brand new.
That's really good.
Yeah, and they make 24 and a half, 25 and a half, 27, 28 and a half, 30, and you can get multi-scale. So they're basically like and then all the way up to 10 strings. So it's sort of like figure out what you want, how many strings and what scale, and they probably have a model that will work. So it's almost like they're designed for these weird projects that people that like me, like these weird one-offs. I want to build something strange. They have the bridge is set up so that you can use lots of different string sizes. So
that's very
like
cool.
You're going to invent new metal.
Is it like EMGs in the mics?
Yeah, so there's an active EMG, and then there's an active, I think it's a Seymour Duncan, some artist model. I forgot which one it is.
All right.
And normally I'm not an active pickup guy, but I think in this context it's probably better.
Good.
You probably get better clarity out of the low notes, I'm guessing, but we'll see.
Well, active guitars can be really nice at some point. Sometimes, like I like the fact that you don't lose. Sometimes you want that. You want the lower gain, right, when you turn down the volume.
Yep.
But not losing gain when turning down the volume is actually really handy at some, like
in some cases.
I have a really beaten up. Let's see here if I can.
So like
This is my
for
active guitar.
For JD's edification, basically what a lot of guitar players learn how to do is, like if Carl's playing, his distortion is on, or his amp only has one channel and it's distorted. If he wants a clean sound, you can just roll the volume back a little bit, and then you reduce the gain going into the amp, and then the amp doesn't break up anymore. So you can get a clean tone, not by stepping on a pedal, but by actually...
And that's what you mean by active guitar?
No. So in an active guitar, you actually have power. There's a power source.
Oh.
The pickups have higher gain, and so when you roll down, you can still be quieter but distorted.
Oh.
Instead of clean,
All
which
right.
is what Carl gets.
Yeah. Which can be really practical at times.
The more you know.
Yeah, active just means the pickups have power. There's a battery in there, and there's a little preamp that's adding power to the signal.
Sweet.
Kind of like when I press this button on here, and our mics suddenly have
Power.
Yeah, that's a preamp in the. So yeah, this thing's awesome, and what's cool about it is, I've had guitars my whole life, regular guitars, and they've always felt wrong, because I play bass. They feel too teeny tiny, and even the scale length is so much more comfortable for me in a guitar format. The regular 6-string just feels like so short, and my hand doesn't fit, and I don't know. This is just super comfortable. So
yeah,
sweet.
Makes
I've
sense.
had a search on Reverb for like 6 months. Like an automatic search, and I got a hit this week, and it's like there's one for sale, and I just made the dude an offer, and it was listed, sold, and shipped within about 2 hours.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, because they've had all kinds of supply chain problems, so they haven't been selling a lot of new guitars, Rondo in particular. But yeah, they make traditional style. They make headless. You can it's kind of like whatever you want. So if you have a weird project you want to try, they're a good brand to try. And when I was researching it, everyone was like, well, I bought it because it was cheap, but it's actually my favorite guitar, and I play it over my
Right.
$3,000 guitars all the time. So
Yeah. It's like with my Aria, the bass.
yeah.
Over there, I think I bought it for like $300 perhaps.
Yeah.
And it's my go-to bass. It's just so good. And I've normally always been a guy who plays like 5-string basses. So, but it's just worth it playing that guitar. Bass guitar is just amazing. Sounds great.
Is it regular scale? It looks short, but I think that's just camera.
Yeah, it's a regular scale.
It's 34.
Or at least I think so.
Aria might be 35. Some of the Arias were 35.
Yeah.
It looks like a 35.
Does it look like a 35
I
to you?
think so.
To your eye? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
to my eye, my keenly attuned.
I'm unsure. Some of them are 35s, I know, but I think that might be a 32. But I'm unsure actually.
Yeah.
But it's nice, and it's really noisy when you tune it down and have like bad strings on it. Like I have a maybe 110s or something, so I don't have that thick strings. So when I tune it down to like A, like in Waterways, it gets and I run it through a chorus, it gets like really.
Yeah, you get floppy fret buzz, which I commented on.
Yes,
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you
I said somebody needs to get their instrument set up.
Yeah.
Or not.
It is also an artifact of me being lazy. but like I was being lazy in the rehearsal place, and it sounded cool, so we were like, okay, let's do it.
Go for it.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's low to only have 110s on there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
My B is a 140, I think.
Yeah. I have like on my Schecter, I have my 5-string. I have like 140 or so, or 145 or something.
And that's just width in millimeters.
I used to play in F sharp with my 5-string. And then I had like 185s.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I was just saying for
bass
JD, that's the width of the string in millimeters, as measured with a caliper or something similar.
Yeah. All right.
We get into our guitar speak.
Yeah.
And JD zooms out.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
You want to play it? It's fun.
I wouldn't even know how.
It's fun. I just like to see.
I want to see it.
I like to see you hold a guitar. When people who don't hold guitars hold them all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's not too bad actually.
It looks like you look like you're at a classical recital.
Yeah, exactly. Like Paco de Lucia holds the guitar like that.
Yeah, there you go.
So you'll be playing like this instead.
Like this. Just playing some flamenco.
Yeah.
I was cracking up. I just plugged in and turned on some I have like Amplitude or one of those packs for the DAW. And I just played, I loaded like 2 amps in line and then a big muff in front of the 2 amps. So I had like 3 gains all dimed and then a couple of modulation effects. And so you hit one chord and it's like, whoa. And then you turn the amp off and you just hear the notes that you played and you're like, oh, that sounds like shit.
Whoa.
I did it for even. I'm like, this is why we like all the pedals and the amps and stuff. And see how cool that sounds and then see how dumb that sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've had that thought before, like putting on like an Elder record and just have it be no
Dry.
effects whatsoever, just dry. All the vocals are everything. That would be funny.
Yeah.
or like here, there's a challenge. Try to write a record and record it that way and have it sound good. But all the same songwriting ideas and the same mood and tension, but just all bone dry.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. That's actually kind of interesting, but because on the last Elder record, like the Omens record, not the Cadaver split, they kind of did that, right? Like his vocals are much drier. There aren't as much delay on the guitars, so it's like much more. It still has some, of course, but it is much more drier.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Almost. He must have been in a hardcore band at some point, right?
The
Oh,
guy
it
from
feels
Elder.
like it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
they are from Boston, right?
Yeah, Nick. When you hear him sing, you're
Yeah.
like, he sang in a hardcore band at some point, and it sounded
Probably.
much more like that on the latest record.
Yeah,
like
for
he,
sure.
like he was flashing back to those roots a little
To
bit. or
those
something.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I do have to say it's a day late. We were going to do it yesterday, but happy birthday to JD. Yesterday was his
Oh,
actual
yeah.
birthday.
Happy
you.
birthday, man.
Thank you.
It's too early in the day for us to start drinking, but you're doing it for us, so
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I've
I
got
got
my
water.
32 ounces of water.
I got actual real beer. It's
Oh, what are you
very
drinking?
tasty.
What is that?
So, I have like the worst beer in Sweden. It's Sofiero. So I was, I told you before, like I did my last exams like a week ago or so. So I thought like, of course I have to do like one big last student event kind of thing. I'm getting too old for that shit, but you know, I have to do it. So we bought a bunch of like cheap beers and thought we would drink them all, but we didn't. So, and I broke my hip. That sucked.
What? Oh no!
So what happened was that I was like attacking like a shipment plate. Like what are those called? Like the
A pallet?
A pallet, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I was attacking a pallet dressed as a Viking.
Okay.
And the pallet attacked back.
Okay. You did say last stupid student shit.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So,
and what
and,
were you
like-
attacking it with? Your hands? A hammer?
sword?
Oh no, we. I could show you, but
Yeah. Oh, I very much want to see what this is. Oh, look, he's got candles in the
know.
background. See, this is why Susie and Max get
What is
along.
that? What is that? Iron Man?
Oh.
What? What?
It's a shit. It's a large wooden shield, a Viking shield.
Oh yeah, so this is what happened. It broke, but yeah, we did a. It's like plywood, and then it's like this is like a bowl from Ikea. We like hammered on.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so
Yeah.
IKEA, I have to know. We
Yeah.
know what IKEA is like. Here, it's a giant warehouse. It's a big maze that you have to walk through.
Sure.
Is IKEA just like a regular store there, where there isn't a huge display? That are small IKEAs, like we have tiny Targets in some places.
There
it a
are
giant-
there are smaller IKEAs. There is like the first IKEA I think is still left, but they're mostly like exactly the same all over the world.
The
so-
big giant warehouse.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that mostly, but there are smaller ones, especially there are a couple of ones up here in northern Sweden where like no one lives, and then they can't be as big.
Yeah.
And you can of course go there and order all of the stuff that would be in like the regular warehouse, but it's a bit smaller. Like in Haparanda, there's a smaller one.
Wow. So do you eat the food? Do they have cafeterias like ours do?
Yeah, and I think the food is like the same. So that's actually like the a lot of like the basic stuff is like ordinary Swedish food. So like
Yeah.
when I go out traveling for a long time and I'm really homesick and want to eat actual Swedish food, I actually go to
Ikea.
IKEA. Yeah,
Oh,
awesome.
it's great.
Well,
Except they're just called meatballs, right? They're not called
No, they
Swedish
have-
meatballs.
well, no, but they put the actual names of everything next.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
Swedish names of everything.
Yeah. So
Well-
so it's very nice, and like we have some traditional foods that are just available for season here in Sweden, and IKEA abroad will have them when it's
Oh, wow.
season. So you can get like those kind of things as well, which is very nice.
Wow, that's.
So it is a true representation of
that's-
Swedish
I
culture.
mean,
Yeah,
I love
Yeah.
the meatballs and the lingonberry jam, and
Yeah.
I'm all about that. It's a little
Yeah.
sweet and sour and salty all together.
I suspect the working conditions in Sweden on IKEA might be a little bit better than in
Better,
Probably,
the US.
you
yeah.
think?
Yeah, perhaps.
You don't think they carry all of their values to every location, or do they just do the
I- I
least
would
they,
hope
I'm
required?
sure
so.
they try.
But it seems like they like money.
Yeah.
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 Well, we heard a rumor that you're going to be out here in December.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
there's Ikeas in the Bay Area, more than one. San Francisco has
perfect.
one. Palo Alto.
Sweet. Let's go to IKEA together.
Oh,
Perfect.
no, that
I will.
I'm sorry, but that's an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, going to IKEA with Max is 100%.
We would have to buy that.
Yeah,
Oh my
walk,
God,
that's a
yeah,
walk and talk.
Could be amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
and once upon a time, you would think people were crazy, but now there's so many people who do those kinds of videos now that anytime I'm anywhere, there's always somebody
Yeah.
talking to their phone. Hey, everybody! Disneyland,
yeah.
especially.
Oh,
Holy-
yeah. Disneyland.
Holy shit!
I
My
can
kid's
imagine.
like, "Oh my god, that's this really famous streamer over there." And I was like, "What? What?"
With that?
Yeah, I don't know who any of those
Yeah,
people.
I'll
are.
take
that
your
would be
word for
fun.
it.
Yeah.
Then I can go around and ask you to pronounce all the Swedish names.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll practice. So, what are you coming out for?
My mom is actually moving to Palo Alto. So.
Oh, wow.
And in I don't know, some months. So I'm going there in December, and I'm hoping to get maybe 3 weeks off at least. So I'm going there and staying there for a while, hanging out with her, celebrating Christmas. So
Oh, nice.
I'll be out there in Palo Alto somewhere.
Oh, we'll have adventures, and if you're in Palo Alto, you're literally right by one of the Ikeas. Like you might even be within walking distance.
Walking
Right,
distance,
right.
exactly.
So how far is it to San Jose from there? 5 hours, perhaps?
No, like 20
Oh,
minutes.
like 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
No, you'll be close.
Yeah, super close.
You're kind of halfway between here and San Francisco in Palo Alto.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
perfect. Yeah, I mean, we'll drive up there for lunch sometimes
yeah.
if there's
Oh,
something
nice.
we really want. So, no,
Yeah,
you're
nice.
you're right there. No, we will find shows to go to, adventures
That'll
to
be
have. Yeah,
awesome.
I'm trying to think. Do we have is Fu Manchu's coming around November,
Ooh.
December? They're
Yeah?
playing at the Ritz,
Hmm.
but I think
Oh,
it'll probably
cool.
be. I'm guessing it'll be too early. I think it's November.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Haven't seen anything in December yet.
I was just looking through the Ritz calendar yesterday because I'm so excited to go see Thank
The
You
Whalers?
Thank You Scientist.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
But that might be when we're moving a kid home from Oregon.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so we'll see. We shall
right.
see. All right, do we have music?
We have music.
All right,
Yeah.
let's listen to some music.
Okay.
That's what we do here.
Let's do
Well,
it.
I mean, we sort of have music. We're going to do something a little different.
Oh, okay, yes. Let me get.
Because I did not actually pick any songs ahead of time. So we're gonna do submissions roulette. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay, so I am going to read 3 names. We're gonna pick one, and I'm gonna pick.
By the way, my sound is probably much better for you now, right?
Ooh, it sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah,
great.
I used the condenser microphone over here on my microphone.
Oh, I was gonna say, it doesn't sound like he's right up on that SM7B, but
Yeah, but I've been
Recording
the correct one all the time, so that should
so
be fine.
everyone listening, this will mean nothing to you because it will have sounded great the
Yeah,
entire
the
time,
entire time.
Right,
and the Zoom will go live in the cloud forever.
Okay.
All
exactly.
right, 3 names, Max.
3 names. They are gonna start with an S.
Okay.
Oh,
We have a band called Some of Our. We have a band called The Spirit, and we have Spiral Skies.
oh, Spiral Skies sounds interesting. Let's do that one.
All right.
All right.
Spiral Skies, and the song is called While the Devil is Asleep.
Okay, all right, there we go. So I have the right thing. We will share the screen.
While the Devil is Asleep.
As the YouTube audience continues to grow, I think we have more people watching.
I think this was. Oh no, this was.
Oh,
Okay.
from Stockholm, Sweden.
Oh really?
Right.
All right.
I mean, look, if you pulled a random song or a random band off the list, I think there's like a 1 in 4 chance they're from Sweden.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. That
All
would
right.
be. Yeah.
Let's try this.
All right. Any of these people look familiar, Max? Somebody likes Thin Lizzy?
Yeah.
They say fortune favored the bold. Heroes live forever and never grow old. But for martyrs and died in a cell, rewarded with donation
So I'm gonna say one thing that I really like is they got a lot done in 1 minute.
Yeah.
There was a lot happening in that first minute of that song.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny all the different lanes you have in Sweden, but you definitely have this like kind of vintage rock lane too that you guys do really, really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you recognize any of these names?
Yeah.
Where it was recorded?
I recognize the studios and the names of the producers.
Okay.
But not the I don't think
The musicians.
like the musicians. No, but
So-
I really like this. It's kind of like the 70s, like proto metal
Yeah.
rock kind of thing going on.
Yeah, those like shuffly drums that are in like
Yeah.
7 out of every 10 Thin Lizzy songs.
Exactly.
That was cool. But as I look at the list of people in the band, I see someone played a didgeridoo.
Really?
Any guesses which
Really?
song the didgeridoo is on?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Mirror of Illusion, probably.
You
Or
think so?
Mirage.
Mirage. Not Miran. This was just released on the 25th of March.
Yeah, this just came out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scoot forward a little bit.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's
Cool.
listen to a little bit more of this.
Let's see the merch. Yeah, good. All right, so I'm looking at one of their old releases, and I swear I know this record, Blues for a Dying Planet.
Yeah, I recognize that the album cover as well.
The
I
cover
was going
and
to
the
say that,
title.
yeah.
Oh, really?
That was only
Yeah.
2018, so they've been busy.
Wow.
And some of our,
Yeah,
so if you
right.
look at the supported by, you got Paul
Oh,
Rote,
yeah.
you got Fraser Jones, so they're on
Crazy,
like
yeah.
the basic radar. So here we
Yeah.
go. Paul Rote says one of my favorite FFOBR bands. What is that acronym?
Full frontal over.
Uh,
I don't know. Butt rock.
full frontal old boomer rock band.
Old boomer rock. There you go. Full frontal old boomer rock. I don't know.
OBR.
FFOBR.
I mean, that's like NWO.
Interesting.
So it's
Female
actually
fronted occult blues rock.
Oh,
That's
a
very
genre?
specific.
wow.
I mean, sort of. You got Old Blood. You got, I mean, they're,
Yeah.
Lucifer,
Blues Pills.
Blues Pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are kind of a lot.
Yeah.
Huh,
I guess
interesting.
like Gaupa is almost like they're more they're a bit heavier, but they could also
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind of
man.
that,
I keep going back to them. They're so good.
be they're insane.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad. It was you that
I,
shared them with us. I
Yes.
think, right?
Yeah. And I've shared you with them as well. They
Oh.
listen
Yeah.
to
Oh, nice.
the,
Do they want to be on?
Yeah.
I could ask them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it. So these are albums tagged FFOBR on Bandcamp that I'm sharing right now. Lucifer
Interesting.
Rising, Paisley
There-
Tree.
Ooh, that's a cool album. The Ambrosia. by
Oh
Goddess.
yeah, that's
never
a
heard
cool,
that, but
that's a cool cover.
that's a very cool cover.
Let's listen to it. Let's go down a
Oh, sure.
FFOBR rabbit
Okay.
hole.
Sure.
Paul Rote says, excellent.
FFOBR.
What's the band?
The band is called
Gaudis?
Gaudis, Goddys.
Okay. Ambrosia.
Ambrosia, yeah.
What song should
The
we
song,
play?
just play Keep Away. That's
Okay.
at the top.
Keep away.
Right.
This is not a submission, but we're going to listen anyways.
Yeah. That's a cool band pick.
That guy has a cube near mine at the office.
Yeah.
What's he doing there?
It's like that guy in Foo Fighters.
Everywhere silence, nobody's there, but a feeling of being observed. Feel a grab at my neck, I turn around, I'm alone. I'm frightened, but it's well deserved. Keep away, keep away, keep away from my heart. Keep away from my heart. Keep away, keep.
Okay, so someone knows their audience.
Yeah, they sell beard grow powder.
I was just gonna say
Oh, I found it.
they have beard grow powder.
So-
and a song called Beard Grow Powder.
Yeah, zip it a little bit farther into that one.
Yeah.
I want to. I mean,
I want to
it's-
see if it goes.
that's very traditional.
very okay.
Yeah. Cool.
My heart, keep away from my heart.
It's good. I'll give that a solid not for me, but well done. Not like they asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
I could listen to that. Yeah. But, like, it sounds kind of generic for the genre.
Correct.
Of course, but, yeah. But it's good.
Refract. I swear I know this band. Oh my God, is this a band that I think Elise Terrens is in this band?
Really?
Yeah.
Female fronted. I mean, oh, interesting.
I think
they're
she-
from San Jose.
I think Petaluma.
Petaluma.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is her. There's I won't speak ill of anyone, but there's one person who has hounded us nonstop to be on, and we have prior experience with, and no, so
Okay.
far. We'll
Right.
just leave it. We'll just leave it at that.
Right.
Huh. Interesting. So now we have been, thanks to Paul Rote, we have been introduced to FFOBR.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks, Paul.
Kitchen Witch. That's a little on the nose.
Right. And it's
Kitchen
got
Witch.
the,
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
great band photo. Smashed into glass.
That's awesome.
All right, I like that. All right, now I want to listen to Kitchen Witch.
yeah,
Kitchen
we have
Witch.
to listen to you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cannot not do it.
Okay, let's find some Kitchen
E-
Witch.
Even if they got the generic.
They're from Australia.
girl
Australia
with
has a good track
tits.
record on this show.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the
Yeah, they
what's-
got
which
that
album?
generic
This-
girl with tits kind
Yeah,
of artwork thing going
yeah.
on.
Okay.
I'm getting kind of tired of seeing
I am
naked ladies
Very much
on
tired
all
of
very
it.
much.
album
So
covers, honestly.
Actually, we've had kind of a hard pass rule on naked
Yeah.
ladies, but this is a style that's a little bit.
Yeah, it's
well, it's not sexualized.
Yeah,
Better.
it's just.
yeah, yeah,
I think that's the thing.
It's natural.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Okay.
Slide, slide.
Love a slide.
Yeah.
It's all been one big mistake. 'Cause I fucked it all up and then I fucked it up again. You probably think the trouble's my middle name.
Oh, that's Kitchen Witch.
That's Kitchen Witch.
Yeah, I like the slide guitar. That's
Yeah.
The
Yes.
slide guitar
Nice
was
touch.
cool. I like that.
So why isn't
Yeah.
there more slide in? It seems like a perfect tool for Doom. Slow,
Yeah.
slide in and out of stuff.
Mhm.
I could really see a cool place for it, but not many people do it.
Maybe
Yeah,
somebody
we have
needs to-
actually thought about making like a slide solo or a slide. Oh, sorry.
Don't die on us.
Swallowed some saliva wrong there, but yeah. So we've been thinking of like making a slide lead or something in Cavern Deep song, but haven't gotten around to it. But that will probably happen at some point because.
Or imagine like a really long intro where you take like 30 seconds to slide up from the the top all the way to the 12th fret or something. Just with just tons of tons of dirt and weird effects and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, that would
All right.
be really cool. Yeah.
Let's both do it, and we'll compare our interpretations.
There you
of
go.
it.
Compare
Carl
notes.
plays slide. He'll do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Kenny loves slide as well, so I'm sure he'll figure something out.
All right. So what are our next 3 bands?
Okay, so the next 3 bands we're going to pick from, and these were all submitted by the bands. So
Nice.
we have Omegalodon, Heldskala, Hellvetika.
They named themselves after a font.
Well, I think
They
it's
did.
2 L's, so it's Hell.
Oh shit.
Okay, we have to listen to Hellvetika. We cannot not do that.
This is my new
Okay.
band, Ariel, with 2 L's. Comic Sans.
Hellvetika.
All right,
Okay.
Let me find this.
From London, heavy, sludgy, metallic covers. Oh, okay. So they're just a cover
Interesting.
band? Interesting. And this is Live Forever, which looks like it is a Black Sabbath cover.
Right.
Oh, were they on the Volume 2 Redux? Oh, they were.
I guess so.
Ah, okay.
I wonder if this is like some kind of super group.
Maybe. I wonder. Huh. Well, let's listen.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Pause it. I gotta hear Into the Void. That's how I judge whether you can play a Black Sabbath song.
That's how you judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
scroll
actually a
scroll
very-
down. And,
It wasn't there. I think I had the direct link. Okay. Oh yeah, it's just all. So Into the
All
Void.
covers.
maybe the
Okay.
best. I mean, I'd argue for a few songs, but this might be my favorite Black Sabbath song.
Donation based project.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is one guy apparently.
Yes.
Okay.
Mine's probably the Wizard, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Yours is what?
The Wizard.
The Wizard?
The one with
Yeah.
the weird harmonica.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, the drums are insane. Okay,
Yeah,
let's go.
Red Wizard plays that song, and Casey can play, or not Casey, the singer,
The singer.
can play Travis.
Travis.
Travis plays a fucking wicked harmonica. So when
he
they
does.
cover that song, they like
Nice.
really do it justice.
Okay.
13 minutes. Halftime.
That'd be great.
Oh my god, it's gonna take so long to get going.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Should we scoot it forward?
No, it's okay.
No?
That's
Okay.
enough.
That's enough.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Do those sound like real
Yeah.
drums to you, or does that sound
No,
some program?
That's I think that's East drummer.
Yeah.
That last paragraph on at the bottom says that it was all done in GarageBand with direct inputs, I think.
Oh wow.
Right.
So like,
Yeah, that's
Drum-
pretty good for being done in GarageBand, man. That's pretty cool, actually.
A Seymour Duncan Palladium gain stage pedal only, direct, without any speaker cabinets, microphones. Holy shit.
Oh, it's the GarageBand kit
Yeah.
as well.
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty good, man.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. He's got so many covers. He's done Duran Duran and Rob Zombie and the Shins and U2 and Caius and Men at Work and
Religion.
Deftones.
Whoa.
Jesus.
That's pretty
crazy.
awesome.
I'm digging
That's
into
pretty
this.
awesome. Yeah.
Well, is there a weird one?
There's Smashing
Willie
Pumpkins.
Nelson?
Bjork.
There's a Bjork.
Yes.
Is
It's
there
right
a
next
Bjork?
to right next to Deftones.
Oh,
Oh, there's a hum too.
we have to. Oh,
Bjork.
nice.
Let's see.
Sting.
So we have Human Behavior,
Army of Me.
Army of Me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to
I've
Army
always
of
wanted
Me.
to cover this song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good song.
Lends itself to this kind of treatment too.
Yeah. It is heavy already.
What if they're vocal?
Wow.
Wow. So this is just a pandemic project.
Right.
So, holy cow! And so all of these covers were all recorded during the pandemic.
In
Yeah.
garage
GarageBand.
band with a guitar with one pedal.
Oh my god.
Yeah. By Aaron.
Fucking impressive. And it says here he's in Portland, not London.
Multi-instrumentalist. Well, that's weird because it says London, UK on his thing. That's odd.
He's
Maybe
playing
he's from
silly-
there, but
Yeah.
in Portland.
living in
Could be.
Portland. Yeah.
All right. What's the next three?
Oh man, that was just so. Okay, the next three, we've got Desert Clouds, Druids, or Darkher.
I know Druids.
You
So
know Druids?
Yeah, I know
Okay.
Druids well, but
Druids from Iowa?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
but
Sorry, Druids.
I played with
Yeah.
Druids from Iowa.
Did you?
Yeah, you
I
weren't
think
here,
they're
but
pretty good.
they're
yeah.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Druids, you're awesome, but we'll not listen right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everybody go listen to Druids from Iowa.
They have a new record coming out. They've been promoting it, which is why it popped
Oh.
into my head.
that's probably why they submitted this as well, right?
That's probably exactly,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, and
Yeah.
it's
So
on
Darkher,
Pelagic, too. Wow.
was that one of
Darkher.
them? Darkher,
Yeah. Darkher or...
like dark her as in she. Or
It's all one word, but
Darkher?
that's how it's spelled.
Darkher.
Darker.
darker.
Like
with a
darker, but
H.
with an H. Or
Dark.
Desert Clouds.
No, it's. I think Darker's the right. I think that's the pick.
Darker?
Yeah.
Okay. The Buried
Yeah,
Storm.
okay. This sounds. This looks black metal-y.
It does.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it's like, or it
Yeah.
could be like Mirror, Chelsea
Yeah.
Wolf. Could be kind of gothy rock,
Yeah.
folk.
All right. And this album is
maybe,
not out yet. So I'm gonna
Maybe, or it could be like funeral doom, perhaps.
Yeah, it says
all right.
doom-laden riffs in the description.
Doom Laden.
Spine-tingling vocals,
Oh,
I'm
layered
actually
with
gonna-
storms, clouds of lead, bowed
Lead.
guitars.
and bowed guitars. Oh, so they're playing
Bowed
guitars with like
guitars.
violin bows.
Oh, that's cool.
Jimmy Page style.
Whoa,
All right. We're going to do Where the Devil Waits.
Okay.
sounds good.
Oh, I would not want to run into her while walking down the beach. It's a yes already for me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, this is cool. I like this. So good.
I forgot to pause it. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
I was really liking that.
So is that
That's
song
okay.
Is it just like an acoustic interlude, or is it going to lead into the next song? Because we're like halfway through.
Yeah.
No, just keep going.
It feels
This is
like
great.
it's okay.
So
This is
Ludwig Svärd, Forndom. That's like I think he's Swedish, and Forndom is like similar to this.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he plays
yeah.
cello and sings on one song.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even more awesome is that Jane Maven, aka Darkher, vocals, guitars, and bass, written, recorded, and engineered and produced and mixed by Jay Maven. So she did everything.
Wow.
Wow.
Talented.
Except for play the drums and then fill in some of this shit. Goddamn.
It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, on Prophecy.
Makes sense.
Supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. So it's going to drop. The next song is going to go straight into it.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
So much vibes, as the kids say these days.
It's a vibe.
Yeah. I really like the choir here.
Yeah. So many good choices.
Yeah.
Well, now we have to listen to the next
Yeah,
song,
and we got to
right?
see. Yeah.
That was really good.
Darkher is getting
I
some time.
will listen to this more.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We'll order a record.
All right. Love's Sudden Death is the next song.
Oh, so it doesn't just drop straight into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Forndom is really ambient music. So if it's like in that vein, it's probably a lot of songs that are just like that, you know?
Let's.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so it's got that black metal funeral doom kind of vibe going, as I suspected.
Wow. I'll send that to Susie.
I like this.
Yes. So
Yeah,
this is
that's
this
cool.
is really dumb and superficial, but I'm picturing in my head like, because we saw Mirka at Psycho a few years ago, and she was all in white, and she's so blonde and pale. I mean, if we want to do all the shades of white ladies and have Mirka, and then this lady has like really crazy, super long red hair, and then Chelsea Wolfe, like do a set. It's like
The spectrum.
so, well,
Yeah.
because they're also
the
into
spectrum
like,
of FFO BM.
well,
or
they're also
whatever it
into
was.
like cultivating this image, though. It's not like they're putting it out there as part of the package.
Yeah.
It's this like crazy
Oh, yeah.
witch, like terrifying creature. I love it. It's so cool.
Let's see. That was Darkher. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that was good. I liked that.
So, maybe we go to the merch table.
Yeah. You want to
Sure.
go
I
to
got
the
some
merch
records.
table?
And so, what'd you think of that first new King Gizzard? I know you sent us a message about it. It's pretty good, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. The two songs they released for Omnium Gatherum,
Yes.
I think is incredibly good.
Yeah, and it has some of the like real pop sensibility of Butterfly, but then more like the older King Gizzard songs.
Yeah, it feels like a combination of like Fishing for Fishies and Not Again Infinity, basically. So with a strong progressive sensibility. So I've pre-ordered that. Gonna get here on. Ooh, there we have it.
So I
Butterfly
finally
3000.
bought Butterfly 3000 on vinyl. I figured I've listened to it enough times already.
Yes.
I should give them some money
Yeah.
for it. And it is just a fucking great record. And you know what it is? Is this is a record that I can put on no matter who's at my house.
Yep.
Which is not true. Which is not true for most of what I listen to.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I love
Yeah,
it.
it's a really good record. I have that
That's a
one
great
as well.
one. The
Yeah.
remix one they did of it is also great. They got a bunch of like DJs and stuff to do remixes of all those songs.
But then, because I didn't bring it last time, I give you the Glory or Death Teenage,
Gizzard.
Teenage Gizzard.
Yeah.
but
Ooh.
the Wax Mage.
What?
I-
You got the Wax Mage one?
I got one of about 20 because I think Buddy sent 5 of them to Stu.
Wow. Right, right, right.
Look at that.
Whoa. That's
Right.
insane.
Crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
They did
Oh my
like they
God.
totally just like copied the cover and threw those. In the Wax Mage world, this is a geo burst.
Geo-burst?
because it's got like
Geo-burst.
geometric patterns and then the burst underneath.
That's crazy cool.
And you know, they posted pictures of this before anyone knew what record it was. And then as soon as
Yeah.
I posted this up on the Wax Mage boards, everyone was like, it was the King Gizzard. Holy shit, I love that. Or, I wish it was somebody besides King Gizzard. So like
Right.
people decide they want the records before they even know who they are.
Yeah, there are some hardcore Wax Mage collectors out there.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Indeed. Well, and
Yeah.
like I said, JD and I both got the glow in the dark nebula too.
Oh,
And
you did?
That's not a Wax Mage. I think Buddy did 50 of those, and they
Right,
sold out
right, right.
immediately. And he said, I already said this, but he said that there was one listed on eBay the day it arrived and sold for like, what did I say?
Like 400
$325,
It was crazy.
something like that. Yeah. The secondary market,
Okay.
and that one's not even a limited production. They're expensive to make, so it's a gamble. But he sold out of the nebulas fast. The people really love the nebulas, like a pattern that they do over and over, and that it's faster than the and they're all kind of the same. Whereas every one of these Wax Mages looks a little bit different, and
Yeah.
sometimes they're really different.
Yeah, exactly. So I got some records. as well.
Let's see what you
Yeah.
got. And you got a new tattoo. I can see it on screen.
Oh, I have a
A few.
30-year crisis here, so
Yeah.
I've gotten like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new
In the
tattoos
in the last
in
year.
like the last month.
Oh, I still
So-
have I still have money banked with Martin. I need to go schedule time again.
You should do that.
I had one session post pandemic, but we
Right.
need to finish Bytor and the Snow Dog.
Yeah, so that's also been a thing for me, of course. Pandemic, no tattoos, but yeah. So I recently got this Akron by King Buffalo.
Oh yes, we listened to that at my
Really?
house the other day.
Yeah, really good record. Don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
that's
say
a good
much
one.
about that, I suppose.
Yeah.
People know that it's a good record. So it was like, I don't know what to call it. We call it like, if you would like directly translate it, it's like the record mass. Skivmässan. So there was like a lot of people selling records like today, earlier today.
Oh, like a
So-
record swap or
Yeah.
people bring their records and everybody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like a swap.
Yeah, and it's like the biggest one in northern Sweden, so
Oh, wow.
it was pretty neat. So I bought this because I don't have it,
Nice.
Oh yes,
of course.
What is it?
And
Sleep?
Sleep Dragonaut. So
indeed.
classic. Love that album. And then I got Griffins, Red Queen to Griffin 3.
Oh,
I
yes.
suppose it's like a bootleg because it's got this thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
Little notch
interesting.
cut
But,
into it.
Yeah, but I listened to it earlier and it sounds good.
Sounds good.
It's a really,
I
really
always
cool
thought those
record.
were the demos. Like
Oh.
when you used to
So
say
it's like-
I'm actually a bit unsure what they mean.
So you can't resell
it's
it.
so you can't resell it, but
Yeah.
the record stores can listen to it and put it on, but they can't sell it.
Right. Interesting. Yeah. So that I have no idea. I thought that meant it was a bootleg, but you might be right. I'm not sure about that.
I think it's a promo version.
Yeah. So yeah. So this sounds great. It's. I think I might have had a Griffin album on the last time I was on.
I
They're
think so.
like 70s prog rock band with a lot of folk music. They have like oboe and a lot of folk music instruments. It's really good, but with a lot of synthesizers and guitar and stuff like that. Really cool. And then I got this one, King Crimson's Red.
Oh, yes.
Because I don't have that one either. Now I have it.
Now you have it?
So yeah. So that was my
Seems successful.
yeah.
And it's
for sure.
It's funny too. Into the Void. The story is the reason Sleep ended up getting a major label contract is because Tony Iommi was listening through a covers record of Black Sabbath covers, and they covered Into the Void, and he said this is the only band that gets it.
Yeah.
And then so the label was like, oh, we need to know who these guys are, I guess, and offer them money so that they can blow it on weed and gear and and record an hour-long song.
Yeah. That's
So
yeah. I only put on Dope Smoker once a year, and that's
Yep.
420.
So we went up to San Francisco to see Yob,
Yeah.
and went to Amoeba, and I got myself a copy of the 8 Bells record. We just had Melinda on.
Nice.
This is a fantastic record, Legacy of Ruin.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still love the cover art.
Cover art's amazing.
It's amazing, and the inside's amazing.
Whoa.
I like it when they do that style of like the matte print,
Yeah.
not the glossy.
Yeah.
I really like it when records or when bands decide to go that route.
Yeah, like full matte.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Every time, one of the things we did on the limited version that I printed of our second record was that it's glossy, but then there's a dye layer over just part of it that's like super glossy.
Right.
So when you catch it from the side, it's almost like 3D. That part pops out. It's fun. There's so
That's
many
very cool.
choices. When you're picking what to do, there's so many choices, and then
Right.
you get the quote, and it's like $25
Yeah.
per to do everything you want to do, and you go, all right, well, we'll scale it back a little bit.
Yeah, right. But of course, you can do like a limited edition with like everything you want. That's always cool.
Yep. And then, last but not least, I am goddamn in love with this record. This is the new Ghost record.
oh yeah.
The lyrics are a bit cheesy at some points, but
They always have been.
They always have been.
yeah. That's true. That's very true, actually.
I
yeah.
put it on and it just makes me happy. I just feel
Yeah.
like I'm in a different time or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And the little
It's-
booklet inside is incredible. For every song,
Oh,
there's like a
nice.
wood block. There's like a wood block print that they like really detailed. I love a good package.
Yeah.
And if Tobias knows anything, he knows how to package up a
Yeah.
band, an image, a record. Nothing's done
Yeah.
halfway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also like the new Ghost album a lot. I've been listening to that a lot lately. Yeah.
So that's my haul plus a guitar.
That's awesome.
You get anything?
Sweet.
Good.
I did.
What you
I
got?
did. So I got this came in the mail the other day. Yesterday actually. It's Run
What
the
is that?
Jewels. It's like
Haven't heard it.
I don't listen to a lot of rap and hip hop, but there are some bands that I absolutely fucking love, and Run the Jewels is one of them. They're
Right.
so good.
Yeah, they kind of like throw back to the hip hop that we liked.
Yeah.
Like in the 90s.
Exactly. It's conscious hip hop, a little heavier than they were actually supposed to be touring with Rage Against the Machine on that most
Yeah.
recent
Oh,
tour.
cool.
Very, very similar sensibilities. Like,
Right.
yeah, they're very. One of the guys is like a huge Bernie supporter.
Well, yeah,
Just
Killer,
like-
I mean, Killer Mike. Killer
Yeah.
Mike is like a hardcore activist in the Atlanta area.
Yeah.
He and I forget who the other musician are.
LP.
Have basically like invested in the renewal of downtown, like invested in renewing downtown Atlanta. He was He took mushrooms, and then they asked him to come and speak at City Hall in Atlanta to keep people from rioting after the George Floyd riots.
Yeah.
And he fucking stepped up like high as fuck on mushrooms and talked the city off a ledge.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, Killer Mike's amazing.
That's amazing.
And they did really early on in the pandemic. They did a live stream that was so fucking good. It was so good.
I'll have to get into that then. That sounds like something.
Is a band that this is Doom Riders. So they just reissued this on vinyl. And God, I found this album like probably the year it came out, and it was so good. And I remember being so stoked because it was like all of these people from these other. It was like a super group. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Nate Newton singing and playing guitar from Cave In, and Old Man Gloom, and God, what else is he in? Everything.
And Chris.
Yeah, now Chris is in the
Chris
band.
Johnson.
Yeah, Chris is now playing bass. So, had to pick that up
That
when I saw that they
that's like
reissued
a
it.
straight like bought off of stonerrock.com in 2002 record right there.
I'm too young for stonerrock.com.
That
Everyone
was-
keeps talking about it, but
Well, that was the funny thing about when we had Mike on, is that Mike Scheit, like that's where he lived.
Yeah.
That's like
right,
that was
yeah.
like his life's blood. Was he was in the forums talking to people, and they created this whole community. And then as the scene kind of blew up, they all stayed connected. And a lot of the people, I mean, Jad Schickler, that was his.
Yeah.
I mean, he was stonerrock.com.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people that are now like famous and or popular in our scene, at least, lived there. That was like, in the dark days of a scene. This also happened in mixed martial arts. It was these forums in the early days of the internet that kept the sport alive when it was making that transition from spectacle VHS tapes with no rules to like actual sport. The fandom on the internet is what supported it until the Ultimate Fighter, and it became mainstream again. And I think that's really what happened to our scene. Is it was just the right time, and it lived on the internet.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah, I've gotten the sense that it's was really important. Like the first, I remember the first post in the Obelisk group, for instance, which AJ started, was like stonerrock.com username call sheet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I was a lurker. I don't think I ever posted anything, so I don't think anyone would know me.
No.
I just lurked on the forums.
Right.
Speaking of Mike, he also did that top 10 Doom records for his favorite records for Revolver.
Revolver.
Shouted out Operator Generator. Fuck yeah. It was fun. Did you listen to the episode with Mike?
Yeah.
He was digging up bands that he liked, and he's like, you know what, one band that no one ever talks about? And I said Operator Generator, and he said, So Mitch and his son Lucas just went on a little tour playing. So Mitch was the singer for Operator Generator, and Lucas was in Burn the Insects and is now Laserbeam, and his dad's playing bass. Says had some health and substance challenges over his life. No secret there. They got back from a little short tour, and he's in a coma.
What?
Yeah, and
That's
then
crazy.
he just came out of it. Like he was in, I think, for 3 or 4 days. So party, but party responsibly because Mitch is on a donor waiting list for a liver transplant.
That's insane.
And he doesn't have, he's low on the list because it was his own choices.
It was his own.
And amazing that the list is actually prioritized like that, on a bunch of different things. But he's up and conscious and aware and doing good. He's stopped drinking like close to a year ago. Doctor said if you don't, you're
dead.
Yeah, essentially. So I think it was just, and Lucas said that they didn't see him doing anything. So it was just, I think, exhaustion and his general illness and stuff. So take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's a hard life out there.
Yeah, exhaustion can really be a hard thing. Like I've always been a person that, drinking a lot on weekends and everything. But like when I've actually gotten health problems of some sort, it's always been stress. That's been like the factor. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're glad he's awake and aware of what's going on and doing better.
That's crazy.
And I think Lucas sent him a link to the video so he could watch Mike, because Mike shouts him and Tom Choi out in the video by name. And it was like the last time those two saw each other was when Tom Choi came to kill Mitch.
Yeah.
for breaking up the band.
That's right.
And Carl had, they tried to like have a resolution many years later, and Mitch was at Carl's house, and Tom came with the intent of getting his payback.
My life.
Yeah, you ruined my life. But Carl stopped that from happening.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good job, Carl.
Good on Carl.
Way to go, broski.
So, I've actually, I think so. I've listened to every episode of Blynd Submyshynz.
Oh wow!
What?
Actually, yeah.
Hell yeah!
Every episode. I always try to. I usually catch them on Mondays as well when they come out, because I always go for long walks, so it's just like perfect. And like a lot of other podcasts I've been listening to has just gone to shit over the years, honestly. You probably know what I'm talking about, but
yes, I have unsubscribed to quite a few.
Yeah.
Same here. So it was really nice that I found this podcast, because it's just like, it's really good.
And then we left you for a month.
Oh, thank you.
Now we feel bad for.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone.
Yeah, that was okay. I understand. Like, it must have been a lot of work throwing this together for such a long time, right?
Yeah, it has been, and you just have to like put it on. It's just on the list with all the other stuff that I have to do, and like I always love having the conversations. Yeah. And if that was all that was involved, it would be the easiest thing in the world. But there's other stuff.
Just get a producer that can set up all the interviews,
and
we just show up.
A booker and a producer. So we're just the talent.
Right. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Send us your ideas.
We got more music.
We do have more music.
All right.
We are going to let's see what we have here. Oh, this is the band. Remember last week when I mentioned that there was a guy from San Jose that moved to London?
Yes.
Who I thought we listened to, but we did not.
Okay.
It is this one.
So
Should we listen to it?
Yeah, let's just listen to it.
Okay.
Sure. Local boy. What's it called?
A guy named Sean. It is called Troy the Band.
Troy the Band. Let's find it.
You have Troy
I guess
the singer.
his name is Troy.
I do have Troy the singer.
And it looks like this comes out next week. Sean Durbin. Cool. No, it is Sean Durbin, Sean Byrne. Interesting. Okay. The Blissful Unknown.
I wonder if Sean Durbin is related to James Durbin from American Idol, who is also local.
Oh, really?
And rehearses at our studio. Yeah. When he goes out to tour.
Ooh.
He was like the rock guy one year, and I think he's
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's like on the autism spectrum, I think.
Oh.
And so they talked about that a lot during the show. It was really interesting. He's an interesting dude.
Oh, interesting.
Kind of like, looks like one of the Good Charlotte guys. That was his kind of his overall vibe.
Oh, and now he sings for Quiet Riot?
Oh, there you go. That makes sense, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So does that mean Quiet Riot's going to be rehearsing at our studio? Smash Mouth was there the other night.
Ooh. With their new singer?
With their new singer, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Ugh.
That's cool.
It's actually not really. They snuck into someone's band room and moved shit around and took pictures.
Oh, like, really?
That is like number one
no-no
in the rehearsal studio.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Go into other people's rooms.
All right, well, here we go. Possible James Durbin's brother.
Okay. Let us know.
The Blissful Unknown.
That's like a wind.
Is that that's distortion on the bass?
I don't know what
right?
it is. That could be a keyboard. That could be a bass. That could be a bunch of effects. I'm unclear at this point.
Sounds cool though.
Yeah,
It's got that doom gaze kind of
Yeah,
vibe, like,
very doom gazy.
yes.
Yeah.
Troy the band blends heavy riff-based stoner rock with the atmospheric experimental soundscapes of shoegaze and psychedelic rock.
There you go.
That is exactly what this is.
All right, let's
Yeah.
hear it. Well, I haven't heard the riff. I'm waiting for riffs.
Okay, let's hear some riffs.
We got 2 chords.
Let's see. Let's get him here.
There-
It's a
there might
7.5
not be
minute
riffs.
long song, so I'm gonna go forward to like 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Gotta be.
It's like slow big bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a guitar, but it's like way in the back and just providing it like a little bit of color. I wonder
Yeah.
if that's just in the recording, and I wonder if live it's well. It's
I don't know. It's cool. You can hear so many influences coming out of that. Like
it says there's a full member that plays guitar.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so it sounds intentional.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. Like, I really enjoy some of the like doomgazy stuff. Like, I did send this to you, but like, did you hear the Slow Shine album?
Slow Shine.
I
I don't think
know.
so.
I don't think so. Slow Shine.
Really good. I think it's the members of Earthless, or they call that.
Yeah, Earthless.
Yeah, which has made a really cool like doomgaze album. You could, if you go through their band page, you could. I think they have a song called
Earth
Wanderer.
Ship. Yeah,
Earth
Earth Ship. Grain. I was
Earth
gonna
Ship.
say.
Earthship
that's
is the
right.
band, not Slow Shine.
Not Earthless.
Well-
it's not. It's members
Oh,
from
gotcha.
Earthship, not Earthless.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah. So they have a song called, I think it's The Wanderer or Wanderer, which is pretty good.
That's a
on the
cool
last-
album cover.
Yeah, I actually bought this on vinyl. I thought it was really good. But
Here, let's listen to a little bit of The Wanderer.
yeah.
The Wanderer.
But yeah,
Or Wanderer.
Troy the band, pretty good.
Yeah,
Great.
I really like this.
that was cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely dig in and listen to more. That's, I mean, Doomgaze is jam.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm on the top of the.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you are. It's the best fucking album I've heard in a long time. Max Malmer.
Max Malmer.
There we go. There he is.
You're famous.
Right.
Slow Shine. Okay. Okay. Should we just listen to Trails? That's the
No,
one
listen
they
to
want
he said
us-
Wanderer.
Oh, Wanderer. Okay.
Yeah.
Wanderer, yeah, it's
Wanderer.
pretty good.
Wanderer.
It's got you written all over it,
It's
Jiggy.
got me written all over it. That is.
I-
Let's see. Put that in my shopping
I swear,
cart.
every time I get in his car, I think Spotlights is playing.
Not every time.
For like close to it for like the last year.
Spotlights are good though.
Spotlights
Speaking
are
of
so
weird,
good.
more noisy stuff. I actually one album that I didn't bring here that is probably gonna arrive tomorrow or something is the new Idols record. I really enjoyed that.
Ooh, which one? Let's see. The newest one was the
What is it called?
with the spaceman on it.
No, they released a new. Or is
There's
it a
one even
Spaceman on
newer
it?
than that.
No, maybe not. Yeah, that. Oh, there is
Crawl.
a Space Man. Exactly.
Crawler. Yeah.
Crawl. Yeah. That's,
Yeah, let's see. DGG edit. Yeah, Crawler.
Crawler.
Came out
That's
last
right.
November. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
good. I know you've heard us talk about this. I love idols.
Yes.
Jeff doesn't
And
understand
JD,
them.
I understand it. It's just not for me.
right. Well, I understand that it's not for everyone. It's a rather hard sell. We had like a music night, me and some friends, and like they have really good taste in music all over the place. Some of them like listen to bluegrass, but like and prog and some metal, and then I just put on Idols, and
Nice.
they like broke.
They broke. Wait, what?
I broke them.
Yeah, I know. I was just watching them like 2 nights ago on YouTube, some live show that they did over in the UK, and the kids came in, and even they stopped and kind of watched, and they're like, "Who's the guy? Is that a guy in a dress?" I was like, "That's a guy in a dress." They're like, "What band is this?"
I like that they exist.
Yeah,
and I like that they're really popular.
yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Yes.
But
Great.
they don't need me.
They don't need
They got
me.
enough other people's money.
Right.
And
they probably
Turnstile too. Like I would never listen to the Turnstile record, but I'm
Yeah.
so glad they're getting so much heat right now.
Oh yes, so
Yeah.
good, so good.
They're very good.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things where it's like, you don't usually, these arty, punky, noisy bands don't usually break, and the fact that Idols has become as popular as they are is amazing. I love it.
Well, when you have a song name called "Never Fight a Guy with a Perm,"
That's one
like,
of the
you
best songs
cannot,
too.
Yeah, you cannot not like play that song if it just pops up in your feed. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep. I know it is. It's great. You get this crazy looking dude up there that looks like somebody that you would not want to meet in a bar and fight, who sings about not fighting in bars and toxic masculinity.
right. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes, for sure. What you looking at over there, Jeff?
I'm just watching the what are people buying right now
Yeah.
scroll on Bandcamp. I
Right,
love that.
right.
It's like watching a stock ticker or something. Somebody
Yeah.
just bought a copy of Elder Omen. Somebody just bought the Man on Man record.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, okay, I just pre-ordered Troy the Band. I really liked that. That was good. Should we do one more?
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to let's do another submission. They're all submissions.
Yeah.
But from the bands directly, we have Nightchrome, Held Scala, and Omegalodon.
Omegalodon.
Megalodon? I was kind of thinking. I mean, if this
Yeah.
isn't like straight up metal, I'm gonna be sorely disappointed.
Yeah, it sounds like a card in Magic the Gathering.
Not
Oh.
Megalodon. How do you spell this?
Omegalodon. Lodon.
Yeah.
See,
Sounds
Bandcamp
like a
needs to
black
fix their
card.
search so that even if I spell it wrong, I can still find it.
Uncompromising instrumental sludge from Poland. All right.
Okay.
All right, what are we listening
Well, they
to?
have somebody that plays piano.
Blackest Night?
New Gods.
New Gods, okay.
Although,
If that's what they sent.
okay, that is what they sent. Let me
Alright.
see. Omegalodon, New Gods. Yes. Okay, they want us to listen to New Gods. So
Right.
here we go.
Then we'll find some compromising sludge.
Yeah, let's find some
Interesting.
compromising sludge from Poland.
Does that exist?
Part doom, part progressive, part black. All shark.
All shark. Yeah, they did tag themselves as shark metal at the bottom.
Drummers need to network and find more people to play with so that we can hear more real drums.
Yeah.
I can't get past the program drums.
No,
No,
you can't do it.
can't. No.
Yeah, so that has potential. I like the touch with the piano, like and
Yes.
some of the melodies and like the feel of it. But yeah, the program drums are just very straight.
Yep. And they don't match the feel of the music, so then they get off of each other because they want to drag in some places, which would be great if everybody does it together as a band.
Exactly.
But you can't. Can you
exactly.
tell? I mean, I'm sure you can tell the program drums to drag or whatever. You can add some noise into it so that they're not so straight. But
you can, but it's
scoot
a lot
forward
of
a
work.
little bit.
All right.
It is like music that would really benefit from being recorded live.
Yeah.
Yeah, just in a room.
Yeah, live and with the real drummer recorded live.
Got some drum kits from hell on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like disagree with the melodies, and like it's got almost like a Death Heaven kind of vibe going on there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was actually even thinking there was some stuff like that guitar part sort of sounded like mid career Deftones.
Yeah. Exactly. Like not the latest album,
Yeah, not
which
the
is
new
great,
stuff and
by
not
the
the
way.
early stuff. Yeah. Oh, the new one is so good.
I'll have to give it a listen. So there was another band that you mentioned that was Chrome something. That was the one that tickled me. So who are they?
Oh, Nightchrome.
Nightchrome. I think I need Nightchrome.
Do you just need some Nightchrome in your life?
Is it all one word?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I think you are going to need some Nightchrome in your life. Just judging by the picture here.
I feel from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh,
Winnipeg.
All right.
Interesting.
That looks harrowing.
It does look harrowing.
Nice.
All right. Let's get some Nightchrome. This is Immortal. Let me make sure I'm picking the right song. Yes, Immortal. Okay.
It was recorded by Crab Skull.
I saw that.
by Crab Skull.
By Crab Skull.
Oh wow.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
mean,
I think that's got potential.
Yeah, it's totally got potential. It sounds like something like the beginning of a project.
Correct. And this is and this comes up all the time, right? Like they recorded that and just fucking threw it up here. Who knows what this band could be in, a year or 2 years or 5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
There's good instincts.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I really like the vocals. Might be not everyone's cup of tea, but
I liked it.
I also liked it because they're not like what you would expect.
Yeah.
I think they could even be pushed forward a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think so
I actually
too.
really like the vocals. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. And like if I went to a local live show and that band started playing, I would for sure see the whole set.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What would Jordan do?
What would Jordan do?
What would Jordan do? So, side question. If you like Nightchrome, you may also like, does Bandcamp allow bands or labels to spend money to get prioritized on this list?
Ooh,
do you know? Because no matter what I listen to, they really think I might like Cirith Ungol.
Yeah.
So I swear to God, like almost anything that I listen to, they're trying to sell me these 2 records.
Yeah.
No matter
I've also
what.
noticed that they try to promote certain records. That could just be the algorithm being kind of stupid, I suppose.
This guy likes metal.
Yeah, exactly. Just taking the most common tags
cover.
of what you've bought so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that an actual Frazetta?
I don't know. It looks like a Frazetta, especially with these little monkey things in the
think it is.
foreground.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to know how many metal bands have used Frazetta as their cover art and how many have actually licensed it.
That is probably in the thousands and no one.
Yeah, and no one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Google image search, boom, that's our cover.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I wonder what it takes. I wonder what it would cost to actually
Or
license
maybe he's reasonable.
Yeah, maybe he is reasonable.
Especially for bands. I don't know. Is he even alive still?
No, he is not alive.
Yeah.
His family runs it.
It's like if it's existed for 70 years.
I think it's 75.
75? Yeah, maybe.
I think.
It becomes like
common
public domain.
Public domain.
Yeah. Public domain, that's the word, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I guess, I mean, maybe some of these things have existed that long.
Do you guys have any cool guests coming up?
Oh man, we talked to a lot of people.
Yeah, there will be.
Yes, yes.
Next, assuming we get it done this week, will be part 2 with Andy Patterson.
Oh yes.
Nice. Yeah, we got some good stuff in the hopper, but nothing I want to say out loud.
Nothing confirmed because last time.
Well, I mean, so Jeff Matz is going to come on for sure. It's just a scheduling issue. He was already coming on until his wife reminded him they were going to be in Seattle that weekend.
Yeah.
And he went, oop. And then they've been playing. They've been out on tour.
Yeah.
So I'll bug him once they get back and his life settles down a little bit. But yeah, he's going to do it.
We've talked to lots of people that said, sure.
Yeah.
Let's get it scheduled, and then we get it scheduled. We say who it's going to be, and then it gets canceled.
Yeah. So right. Yeah. Having a booker would be fantastic. Well, they do have like a full page on licensing for Zeta and make it very easy to find out who to talk to. And
nice.
So, I know some artists are like, set good pricing for music, or maybe for being like underground bands, like maybe they would charge a big label some amount of money, but actually charge somebody like us a lot less to scale it for willingness to pay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Look at those.
That
guys.
would probably be the smart thing to do as well, right? So
yeah. Subsidize the underground artists by making the big folks pay a lot.
Right.
Maybe we should reach out to them and see what it would cost.
Yeah,
that would be
we'll
interesting.
Do it for Zeta shirt. Blynd Submyshynz for Zeta shirt.
I mean, we talked about this last week. What I respect about him is his fucking proportions are always right.
Yes,
it's the same like battle scenes, but with like reasonable proportions.
Reasonable, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, he's amazing. I mean, there's a bunch of you know, in another life, I worked with a bunch of artists making T-shirts, and I was surprised at how many people were just like, "Sure, yeah, I'll do that," and like tell them what you're willing to pay, and they're like, "Yeah." And obviously, I've worked with a lot of artists for doing band shit, and there's definitely kind of a bunch of artists who are like, "Yeah, we're all in this together," sort of. Yeah. And some really great ones that like feel bad when they tell you how much they're charging, and I was just like, don't ever feel bad.
Yes.
Adam's like that. He feels bad, but like, dude, he's slaved for hours over this fucking giant painting. Like, just tell me what it costs. Yeah, it's fine. And then it's up to me whether I do it or not. And he's still incredibly reasonable for like complete original hand painted art.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Pay artists.
Yes.
Don't find stuff through Google Image search.
And give them credit.
Yes.
Name them always.
Yeah. So someone you should have on at some point is Marco from Majestic Mountain Records, if you know them.
Yes, I know them, but I don't have a connection. So that would be fun.
I have.
All right. We will be in touch, Marco. Yeah, there's so many people I want to, you know, I briefly talked to Frank Kozik. So I would love to have him on to talk about Man's Ruin and NFTs and art and shit. The last time I checked, he said he's now sold like 100,000 NFTs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, he's such a prolific artist. You couldn't like go to a festival or a rock show in the 90s without there being a Frank Kozik poster for it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean,
right.
He did everything. Lollapalooza. I mean, everything you can think of from the 90s. So immediately to me, 90s music just screams Frank Kozik. Yeah. Like visually.
Oh yeah. There was when I flew into Seattle several months ago, they had a really, really cool display that was from the Rock Museum, but it was in the airport, and it was all just rock posters. It was all the different artists, and Frank had a section. And
I mean, bucket list for me certainly is Skinner.
Yeah.
And I'd love to have Adam Burke. I've asked Adam, and I think Adam's just not his kind of thing.
Yeah, not his thing.
Nah.
Right.
But maybe someday. But yeah, I'd love to have Skinner on. Skinner's got a Patreon now, and he's fucking active as hell. If you want to subscribe to a Patreon and actually get just like nonstop cool, fun content, subscribe, because he's just always got cameras running when he's drawing or painting or whatever. He'll interview people. He'll do these like Zoom hangouts.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's such an unusual guy.
Yeah.
I'd love to have Buzz.
Yeah.
Yep. Or even like insane. Stephen McDonald. Actually, Stephen McDonald actually might reach out to Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was super cool when we opened for Red Cross. Yeah, and he was in the market for a new amp, so he wanted to check out my amp, and that just seemed like a really personable dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's life goes. Him and his brother started that band when they were like 13.
So crazy.
Like playing shows in the scene in LA, like our kids' age.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, wow. What a wild life they have lived.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Yeah. Yeah. Any other requests?
I guess like Odd from Ripple would be cool.
I actually was just chatting with him 2 days ago, and so we're gonna try to get him scheduled in April or May.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a busy guy, but
yeah, he's busy surgerying eyes and signing bands and putting out records.
Yeah. So. In addition to running a label, he's also a doctor, an actual surgeon.
I think he's got 2 clinics now too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
a busy man. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else would be like. Who else seems like crazy and fun?
Send us your ideas, folks.
Yeah, we're taking submissions.
Taking submissions for submissions.
A different kind of submissions. What guests would you like to see? Either because of what they've seen and done, or just because they're hilarious and they would be fun to have on.
Yes.
I mean, Mike Patton. Sure.
I'll
take it.
I'll take that guy.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be. Don't ask him stupid questions or play him shitty music, though.
Yeah, exactly. No shitty music. No Wolf Mother.
That's what I would do, is just have him on and then just keep playing Wolf Mother songs.
See what happens.
Isn't this a fucking Wolf Mother song?
You should probably not do a in-person episode then. That would be bad.
Well, I think this Hellvetika did Wolf Mother covers, so we can do some of those.
Oh, yeah. We're not going to play you Wolf Mother. We're going to just play Wolf Mother covers.
Half speed Doom Wolf Mother cover.
Actually, I would love to have Trevor Dunn on, who's the bass player for Mr. Bungle.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other stuff. Trevor's a wizard, and actually Jordan knows Trevor pretty well. So
yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, seems like it.
That'd be awesome.
Talked to Steve from Imperial Triumphant. Steve Blanco, the bass player, a long time ago. He's down. We just got to find a time.
See, it's just a matter of finding time and getting things booked.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I'm super glad that you were available today.
Yeah, it's great catching up again.
It's catching up. Yeah. Saved our butts. Got to listen to a little bit of that new.
Oh, that new song. I can't wait for that album.
All right. So now pull up let's go out on.
Going out?
Yeah.
Going out
on the his other band.
Oh,
Max's
and
other
I
band.
should say as well, we had our debut gig back in November together with Mahasahona and Domkraften från Mars, and we recorded that.
I heard about this, and you got live videos coming out.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Really?
So we got live videos for that entire show, and it was really cool. It was a sold-out show, really good. And we also recorded Domkraft and Mahasahona as well. So that at least the Mahasahona one, I think, will release soon.
Will release.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
So
which song? So this came out this February, just 2 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. We should probably Amongst the Waves is a cool
Amongst
song.
the Waves. Okay.
It's written by me.
Wait, are we going out on this? Is that what you mean? No.
No, we'll just listen to some and then say goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of souls swallowed by the ocean, laid upon the altar of Njord, lost amongst the waves. Come lightning, come storm, come thunder and war. Come night and come dawn, come thunder and war. Come lightning, come storm, come thunder and war. Come night and come dawn.
Yes, this is very different than Cavern Deep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, do you also play bass in this band?
Yep. Exactly.
Okay.
So
Nice. This is great.
yeah, it's this is like the ballad of the.
Oh, it is?
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So did you watch
So-
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
So this is what plays in where Theon's from.
Yeah.
Like just constantly blasting out where the Iron Islands. Like you roll up to the Iron Islands and that's what you hear on your way, and then you're like, oh shit, who are these?
Yeah.
What am I about to meet?
It's a really cool cover too.
Yeah, it's made by my friend Annie Hassel. She's a really good artist.
And that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Who drew
so
that?
That's Kenny from in Cavern Deep.
Is Kenny in the band also?
No.
No.
But
Okay.
He helped out with that.
And this said, so it says here that this is the third full length.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we have done like we've always just played music and recorded because we think it's fun, and because we like the process. So like the first couple of albums we mostly just threw out there, but yeah, we got together with a guy called Jimmy, who has a record label called Grind to Death Records, and put this out on an actual label with a PR manager and everything.
Oh, nice.
So and it's been doing quite well throughout metal circles.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen it pop up on a few lists.
Yeah. So it was on the best metal on Bandcamp, like Bandcamp's own list for February, for instance. So yeah, it's gotten a lot of good attention, and it was a big surprise for us. So yeah, it's been fun.
Does this band play shows ever, or is this just a studio project?
We have played one show. We did a festival in Dalarna in Sweden, but we're aiming to play some shows. But we're spread out over the over the whole of Sweden.
Oh,
Sweden
gotcha.
is pretty big, so
Makes it a little harder.
Yeah. So, but we do aim to do some shows together.
What's one of the non-ballads? What's one that just fucking tears right into it?
Gates of Muspel.
The first one
song. Yeah.
Hey, let's hear. I want to hear a little bit of that.
All right, let's tear right into it.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's good context for the ballad then.
Yes.
So I have a question. I've never played bass in a black metal band. How do you approach it? Are you just tremolo picking like the guitars, or do you try to lock in with the drummer, or like what's the? I wouldn't even know where to start.
What's the trick?
It differs, but you definitely have to like lock in with the blast beats.
Okay.
That's like so because the guitars are just a layer at that point, right? When you're tremolo picking chords that fast. So I usually like try and lock in with a kick to like blend it together. That's usually the trick. But you can do other stuff as well, like harmonize, and it can be pretty cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like against the rules to try and like do something melodic? It
definitely is against the rules in black metal, but that's like all what this band is about is just breaking the rules of black metal. I wouldn't necessarily say even that it's actually black metal. Like the label and the PR manager label it as progressive black metal, but I don't think that's what it is. It's like some sort of metal with like traces of black metal in it. Yeah.
Yeah, any of these like dogmatic fucking genres that have the scenesters who won't tolerate any variation. It's like, what is the point? I've never understood it.
Exactly.
Same here.
Never.
I don't get it.
All right. Well, any parting thoughts before we say goodbye?
Yeah, keep doing the show.
We will.
Enjoy it a lot.
You.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we'll keep talking to you via text. I expect to get
course.
I expect to hear more songs.
Yes. And you did say you mentioned Slow Shine, but is there like one other band that everybody should just go listen to right after this show?
Oh, that's a good question. What have I been listening to? I've been listening to a lot of King Buffalo lately. But that's a band everyone knows.
I was going to say, I'm guessing everybody is already going to do.
Right. And King Gizzard is one of those bands as well.
Those Kings.
Telekinetic Yeti.
Oh yeah, God, there's one I haven't heard for a while.
Yeah.
I've been digging into them lately. I really like them.
They are good.
They had some drama. They had some drama too somewhere along the way. They like split up, and the drummer tried to hijack the name and stuff. I think Alex, the guitarist, got it all sorted.
Yeah, there was some weird drama. You're familiar.
Right.
Yeah.
But they are.
I saw
really
they're
good.
touring with somebody big. I think they're like on part of a Clutch tour, maybe.
Yeah, it is. It is somebody big. They did get on a really big tour.
And so did King Buffalo.
Cool.
King Buffalo supported Clutch, and then Uncle Acid.
Yeah.
So
go King Buff.
I mean, no offense to Uncle Acid, but that's an opportunity to blow those dudes off the stage every night. I was not impressed at all when I saw them.
Really?
Yeah, well, it depends on how high and drunk they are, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, it's also just I think it's not for me. Just like Cadaver is really not for me either.
I like Uncle Acid.
Graveyard is not really for me. It's just I don't know.
Yeah,
it's all a bit dull.
Yeah.
Uncle Acid I can get into. It's a little more psychedelic.
It's a little more gritty.
It's a little, it's grittier. Yeah, exactly.
A little bit, yeah. I forget.
Yeah, sure.
I saw them in Texas with Twin Temple.
Oh, yeah.
And one other band.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them live. But
Twin Temple was very strange on that tour for sure. It was like, I don't know what they were doing. Have you seen or heard them?
No.
Twin Temple? Oh. They're kind of like Ghost, except their gimmick is they do like
rockabilly,
rockabilly or like 50s rock and roll, and it's a husband, like he's dressed in a Chris Isaac suit, but it's all black and red, and
it's like devil ability or something. I don't know what you want to call it.
And it's just like every song is about Satan is my lover, and and it's like I always want there to be another gear. like if the song started like that but then went somewhere, it'd be fine. But this is what they look like.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, this has really interesting potential.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start playing and you go, that's cool, but then it doesn't ever turn into any other kind of song. It's only just like a straight like doo-wop or and it's like, oh, I wanted to go somewhere. I'm not going to go to like a 50s restaurant and listen to the jukebox for an hour. I would lose my mind.
Right. Well, maybe it's just the whole rockabilly thing.
Yeah, I think if you're a lyrics listener and you're just into listening to the words, maybe, but I just don't care.
Yeah.
Not enough.
I do.
All right, guys. But thank you for having me on again.
Well, thank you for coming on.
I guess we'll have to do in-person episode in
hell yes.
December.
December we'll do in person. It's a date.
I'll bring a microphone.
Yeah.
Ooh. Have Michael travel. Well, I might have to break out the bigger interface once we start doing in person.
Our Christmas special. It could be our year-end special.
Oh. There you go.
There we go.
We just booked our year. We booked our end of year.
Top hits of 2022 with Max.
Yeah. All right, Max. Well, it was awesome catching up. Yeah. And we'll talk to you over the internet as always.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
have a nice one, guys.
Sunday night.
Yes. Take care.
Take care. All right.
Farewell.
Back to the waiting room.
Every episode.
I'm glad that worked out.
Yes.
Sitting in the waiting room.
So everybody go and pick up everything that Max puts out because Max is a good dude.
He's a great dude.
Music.
Makes fucking fantastic music. So tense waiting for that song to kick off.
That Cavern Deep song. Oh man, that new one.
That solo. I'm trying to think of what Rush song it is. It might be part of 2112.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's just a solo, and you're just like, oh my god, that's exactly the same, same sound. Alex is a weird guitar player, so it's like when you sound like him, it really stands out.
Yeah.
I mean, you probably don't listen to solos that much, but you might have noticed that one seemed more interesting, or like.
Oh yeah, it was definitely not.
It stood out.
You know me. I don't like solos.
So you tune out during the solo?
Do I tune out?
Yeah.
Kind of. Probably. I don't listen to it like to be like, oh yeah, that was awesome. No, it's just like, here's a solo. Tune out. Okay.
I like solos that are like, I mean, I love a good, bit of improv if they can tell a story. But a good solo is a story. It's like a mini song inside of the song. It has like. It builds, it breaks, it comes back. Like to me, a good solo. So I don't like it just
I can see that,
like a John 5 style solo. But I like a really neatly architected song within a song that brings some emotion and interest.
Yeah,
and then you don't have to fucking listen to the singer all the time.
Yeah.
Always singing all over everything.
Always singing all over the place. Goddamn singers.
Damn singers. All right. Well, this has been another episode of
Blynd.
Like, subscribe, share, keep coming to YouTube. Hey, YouTube subscribers are actually growing enough that I think like we have a chance to get to 1,000.
Maybe
in the next year without pushing that hard.
Yeah,
be great because once we become partner, we can I think make things better for the people who use the channel.
Yeah. So. Yeah, if you use our channel, we're going to make it better for you.
Yes. Still won't be able to monetize any of the videos that have music in them, which is fine.
But hey, the musicians get the money.
Yep.
Right?
They do.
Yeah.
They do. So for that alone, subscribe so that we get more ears on these episodes, and then the bands will get paid royalties. As long as you have your songs in BMI or ASCAP or one of the, as long as they're registered, you'll get paid.
Exactly.
Cool. So endus interruptus.
Now truly, this has been another episode
of
Blynd Submyshynz.
Thanks for joining us for another week of Blynd Submyshynz. See episode description for the links to all artists discussed in this episode, and visit their sites to support them directly by buying their music and merch. Share links to the podcast with your friends, especially if they're in bands. Bands! If you want us to listen to your music on a future episode, please submit one song to blyndSub@gmail.com. That's BLYND sub@gmail.com. Bandcamp's linked preferred, but not required. Find us on our social media at Blynd Submyshynz. Full video episodes are available on our YouTube. Remember, we go in blind so you don't have to. Blynd Submyshynz.
It's Blynd Submyshynz with Jeff and JD, Jeff and JD, JD and Jeff, JD and Jeff. Blynd Submyshynz with Jeff and JD, Jeff and JD, JD and Jeff, JD and Jeff.